Well, sadly, we're up against the clock this evening, so I'm afraid this will be the final question of the evening. Grand Forks zoning prevents individuals from establishing a presence on the UND campus by building restaurants, convenience stores, bars, and other businesses within walking distance of students. Do you see this as a problem, and if so, what will you do to change it?
Me first. I'll defer to you. I'll rebut.
I'm going to do that. I think that for that with the
Okay. I'll rebut. So it is an agreement that the university had with the city, and that's what we have, and that's what we deal with. Do I see it as a problem? I still see growth around the university. I see Ralph Ingolstadt, you see the malls, you see the strip malls. There's an agreement they had. I think the university was protecting its turf. And they have the right and the reason to protect their turf. And that's the agreement that came. If the agreement changes, then we deal with the agreements that changes.
The question, Councilman, is Grand Forks zoning prevents individuals from establishing a presence on the UND campus by building restaurants, convenience stores, bars, and other businesses within the walking distance of students. Do you see this as a problem, and if so, what will you do to change it?
I think it is. I think it's part of the reason why we've experienced so many college students moving into areas that were really designed for families with children. And it's part of the reason why we've seen those elementary schools in the north end emptying out. One of the things that I think would be really important as part of a long-term strategic plan is to work with the university to change the zoning around the campus. And if they're not willing to do that, that's okay. We have other areas of town where we can do things like this. We just need to go and have conversations with the people who live nearby there and make sure that they're going to be okay with it. One of the things that we've done as a result of not having that area around campus being efficient and the way students would like it is you've seen apartments built over by the Alaire Center that people who bought homes there previously were promised would never be there. They were told there would not be apartments nearby them. So if we're unable or unwilling to deal with these problems, it affects people in a real negative way, especially since they were promised that it wouldn't be that way. So one of those areas is just expanding downtown a little bit. We have warehouses downtown that are really low value. Those things could be bought out and turned into housing. And that's something the private sector can do, but we can help them do by changing the zoning rules. And so I'm committed to working with the university to try and get more student housing on campus or near campus so that we can put more elementary students back in those elementary schools, or if we can't do that, we'll figure something else out. But it's an important part of what I think we need to do in our long-term plan to help Grand Forks reach the potential that we all know it can reach.
On further reflection, I don't think it's a problem, because when you go to U of M and other cities, what's built right next to your campuses are things that students like, and it's like your chicken shack and your bar and things like this. And it's okay, I think, to have standards and say this is what we want as our university. We want to make so it's a showcase for the nation. And I think UND has that, and I think the agreement we have right now seems to be working. So I think it's okay to have standards. It's okay to have the agreement that we have.
I'd just like to point out that building more efficiently and also beautifully, having nice, good-looking buildings is something that increases the tax base. So not only will people like it more and will help our elementary schools, but if we do this, we're going to be in a better position. We can use those extra dollars of revenue to either lower taxes or do other important things in the city. So I think changing this and dealing with this problem is paramount to getting to the true potential we all know that Grand Forks has. I'm committed to dealing with those things if I'm elected mayor.
We have allotted